Come on!
These look real.
Come on!
Chub.
Cheers.
Come on! To do the damn thing here in just a second. Welcome everybody to we used to call it Friday Eve, but every day is Friday or Saturday right now. So I want to thank friends at Memorable Lights. Also, Colleen talk about the makeup. She got some brand new makeup from her Lip Sense girl. She'll talk about that a little bit later on. She was super excited. She's got it on. Extreme Class Limousines. My friend Guy over there, obviously, maybe you're not in the need of a limousine right this second. But if you want your groceries to ride limo style, fancy style, right now,
oh yeah,
then you can get Guy who's doing grocery delivery, and of course Glick Electrical Services as well. Let's do it.
And now our feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon, and now here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. Andrew Z. I said Andrew Z.
In the morning.
It's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning. Yeah. Come on. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is Thursday, April 16th, 2020, the year of our Lord. We've got a busy show for you. Colleen Z is here. She's not here right now, but Jake Dickey's in the top today. Chris Tiefel's over to the side in the middle. Denny Crum, I don't know what he's doing there. Denny right in the middle. Sugar Vermont is next to Denny. Right under Sugar.
Hi.
Right under Sugar, where she likes to be, is Holly, our producer.
Oh my!
And the great Donna P. What's up, everybody? I think it's gonna be a good show tonight. What's up, Jake Dickey? What's going on? What's going on with you?
Hey man, it's another day and another birthday we need to celebrate. I want to give a shout out to the main man with the birthday today, Martin Lawrence, turning 55 years old today.
Martin! Damn, Tina!
He's just messing with you, Denny. We also got to say happy birthday to Colleen's sister Bridget. So,
just like a woman to ruin your birthday, Denny.
all right, no,
Thanks, guys.
Denny Crumb's birthday's today.
It is.
Happy birthday, Denny.
Thank you. 34 years old.
You know what he
You old
wants?
bitch.
You know what he wants for his birthday? Sugar, go ahead, flash him. Oh.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to my fiance. I mean, she did put together a great quarantine birthday for me. We're doing a whole celebration this weekend too. But she did like this office themed birthday for anybody who's ever watched The Office. Kelly,
I saw that on Facebook.
Yes.
It was so good.
Yeah, Kelly had a birthday party that Jim and Dwight decorated for her, and it was so bad. They just had a banner that said "It is your birthday," period. Not even an exclamation point. So a statement of fact that it is your birthday. She got that exact banner. These really dull balloons. She put a stapler in Jello for me. She got me a Dundee. It was fantastic. So yeah, my fiance did a great job doing a quarantine birthday.
She used the wrong color balloons.
She couldn't find brown. She couldn't find brown.
What did you win your Dundee for, Denny?
Bushiest beaver.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
I see
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, Jake.
Did your clippers break too?
Go ahead, Jake.
Hey Denny, so 34. I remember what 34 was for me. How do
Yeah.
you feel? How do you feel at 34?
I feel
Minus the quarantine.
I feel exactly. I've been saying this for years. I feel like I'm the exact same person I was when I was 17. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Fun loving, still have a good time. Just I make a little bit more money now. That's it.
Well, happy birthday, my man. I love you.
Happy
I
birthday,
appreciate
bro.
you, brother. I love you too.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Here we go.
Mr. Denny. Happy birthday, Mr. Denny.
oh my God.
Happy birthday, Mr. Denny.
Ooh.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, your heart out, JFK,
Man,
Yes.
or blow your brains out, whichever one.
I think
Yeah.
I picked the wrong night to wear pants.
I was gonna say I think my pants are dancing.
Thank
right
you,
now.
sugar. Ooh.
You're welcome, Danny.
I'm doing a pants.
Denny, do you want to take my place underneath Sugar?
Switch
First of all, I am the bottom, and we all know that, so let's keep that clear, bitches.
Yeah, go ahead, Colleen. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just telling you to turn my mic up.
Okay. There's something I want to say. So you talked about Denny, about doing something nice this weekend, and I think Colleen and I are going to try to at least take a drive or something this weekend.
Yeah.
And we're I posted. I don't know if anyone saw it, but there's like the Unholy Toledo tour. It's like a driving
yeah.
tour.
It
That
looks so
sounds
cool.
dark-sided.
Yeah, I posted
Yeah.
a link to it.
Is it all the way through the east side? Unholy for you?
I didn't look at it too closely. I just saw the basics, but
Is it Unholy Toledo, where you just go down where all the prostitutes are?
and so you just drive. It says they pick some destinations, and then you play on your computer. I think and it'll tell you about that spot, and it lasts about 2 hours. So I don't know a whole lot about it, but I think we're gonna try to get out of here for just a hot second out of this damn house. I haven't been in the house in like 4 days, so I just need to go. Go ahead, Tifa. What were you gonna say?
So, Denny,
Yes.
about these prostitutes.
Here we go. Go ahead, Donnie P.
Let me know when you go, because we could do like a little bit of a carpool. We'll stay. We'll keep our distance, but we
Yes.
could cruise around safely together.
Oh my
And
God, the
listen.
P's and the Z's.
The P's and the C's.
Denny,
From the P to the Z.
Denny, if you want to come, you and your lovely, or anyone can come.
Yeah.
We'll carpool. I mean, not carpool. Like,
Caravan.
Caravan.
Thank you. Caravan. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So today was the first day that I've left my apartment in 11 days.
Oh wow. Where'd you go?
Jesus.
I'm jealous.
To the mailbox.
Oh, so
Where'd you go?
He left his apartment.
He froze.
He froze. He got so excited he just.
that was the first step.
Oh, did we lose him?
No, he's there. Go ahead. So you left your apartment. Where did you go?
So I stopped up at work, got some lunch, and then I went grocery shopping, so I wasn't hungry. And then I came home and took a shower like I was raped. And in the back of my shower, like after I leave, I scrub myself.
Oh.
Again,
I thought you were raping yourself in the shower. I was going to ask for the OnlyFans video.
it's been a long quarantine. Sugar.
So let me get this straight. This is the first time you've left your apartment in 11 days.
Yeah.
And you left it before you took a shower.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Why do it twice?
So then you feel like you've got Rona all over you. You're all dirty. You get back. You get in the shower when you get home.
Yeah, and then I crouch in the corner of the shower and I cry. Like everything went wrong, and I just start scrubbing everything, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope I don't have it. I hope I don't have it. I hope I don't have it.
Is it like in the movie Gattaca where he's using a seashell just to scrape it?
Ow.
That was so creepy.
Wait, wasn't that Demolition Man?
No, it was Gattaca back in the future. Where he's always
The three shells.
Yes.
The three seashells.
damn it! I forgot about the 3 shells.
Go ahead, Donnie.
I still don't know how to use them.
Jake went out before he showered, and he was so stinky. He didn't get coronavirus, but coronavirus got Jake Dickey.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, I think Jake found a way to make sure other people maintain their social distancing.
Absolutely.
That's one way to do it.
6 feet apart, baby.
Go ahead, Colleen.
So Andrew usually showers daily, and during the quarantine, he showered every other day.
Yeah,
Wow.
And I'm like, bro,
I can't.
I still have to get in bed with you.
I know, and I wear the same shirt. I get the shirt and the shorts. I get 2 days out of now.
Exactly. Yeah.
One. Go ahead, Donnie.
This is what I married.
Well, so since I'm still working, I shower in the morning, and then when I get home, I've got to shower before I can interact with my family.
Right.
So for the first
As
few
per
weeks,
Ashley P's rules.
yes, for sure. For the first few weeks, I was getting new underwear every single shower, but it's like I keep running out because I'm showering so much more than usual. So for the first time this morning, I reused the pair of undies I put on yesterday after the shower.
Oh, they had the Rona all over them now.
Oh my
I
god.
put them on yesterday after I got home.
Uh-huh.
So I was only in them for like less than. Let me think. Let's say I showered around 6.
So you never left the house with
It
them.
doesn't matter. They came off of your body. You can't put them back on.
Right, now
It's
you
a little
got
weird.
He only had 12 hours to dirty him, and then he.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that seems like, now that I say 12 hours, that seems like way too long to put them back on. If I could have said like 4 or 6, it would have been okay, but I just said 12, and it was actually more than that, so now I'm very embarrassed. that I said that.
So Andrew probably has 100 pairs of underwear.
Yeah.
So
How many of those are men's?
Prove it.
Go ahead, Tifo.
I was gonna say, Colleen, you don't have to sleep with them. You don't. Just blink twice if you're in trouble. We'll come help you.
Go ahead, Jake.
Shit, I almost forgot. Yeah, you know what? Never mind.
Danny, go ahead.
The joke is already gone.
Yeah, Jake's foregoing his time and giving it to Danny.
Donnie, I'll make you feel better. When I was in high school, for football, I never washed my practice gear.
Oh!
gross.
It was a superstition. It was one of the grossest things ever. But by that, at the end of the 6 months of football, oh man, I just had to throw the stuff away. I couldn't even wash it.
Your
It was
practice
bad.
jersey was Rona-proof.
Oh man, yeah, yeah.
Rona proof. Go ahead, Jake.
Gross.
I second that because as a hockey player, I never washed my pads.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would wash everything else, but not the pads. And so that way, when you were coming by somebody, they knew you were coming.
Oh yeah.
They either had to step up and play defense, or they had to get the hell out of the way.
Yep.
There was a time, a few times that we did some stuff with the walleye, and so you go down onto the ice or whatever, and just walking past where they sit on the bench is the most disgusting smell.
Dude, hockey player equipment is rank.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
football
the,
too.
no,
It's
it's the
different.
worst. Go ahead, Holly.
Hockey's a different level.
Yeah.
In the comments, people are saying now if you would have turned your underwear inside out, it would have been okay.
At least done that, Donnie.
All right, I'll do that tomorrow.
Drinks on the outside.
Gross.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So I had an amazing dinner tonight. because my mom's quarantined with us, and then of course Colleen is here too. You can see she's right here.
But I'm not as important.
So my mom was making homemade chicken pot pie. Oh my god, dude. And I've been craving like comfort. I'm a comfort food guy anyway. Like I like stews and chilies and whatever. And my mom, she's been making like chickens and stuff that like I don't know how do you say it? Like stuff like I'm a sauce person. It's funny because there's a girl I know from England, and she was here, and her parents came over, and I asked her, I said, what's the difference between England and America? He goes, you guys love your sauces. He goes, you like sauces on your sauces. So I love that I know. So we've been eating regular food, and then tonight we had the chicken pot pie. It was so good. And then I see Colleen all of a sudden. She just decided to get a bug up her ass and start making something. She made grape leaves, homemade grape leaves. Oh my god!
Yes. Oh my
But
god.
it wasn't intended to be eaten together. I figured we'd eat the grape leaves for lunch all week. And Angela was like, nope.
No, we ate. So I had homemade grape
Well,
leaves.
once you make a sauce, it's on.
Yeah, homemade grape leaves and homemade chicken pot pie for dinner, and it was amazing. Go ahead,
awesome.
Sugar.
No, I also had an amazing dinner. We have a lesbian staying with us for a little bit. She's going through a whole thing with her wife. It's a mess, but she's amazing, and she makes this amazing food. She made homemade chicken lemon rice soup tonight, and like this Greek salad. Jesus Christ. I've never eaten like so healthy. I still had like 4 servings, but I feel like it was still healthy.
See, if you wanted to be shady, you could be like, I don't know, you may not want to go back to her yet. She's not ready to take you back.
Right. No, I'm already doing that. I'm already doing that.
You really do deserve better. Like you got to teach her a lesson.
She don't learn.
Get as many meals out of this as you can. Go ahead, Donnie.
So we finally ate out. Well, I've been eating takeout.
Watch the terms.
Yes. But Ashley has been sworn it off since the lockdown. So everything she's eaten and we've made at home, prepared at home. But she finally, things are starting to look a little bit better, and we're getting a little bit more comfortable. So we finally did takeout at home, and I got Cinco de Mayo complete with to-go margaritas. It was
Yes.
It was pretty badass.
See, and that's the thing. Most people, the reason we have so many Mexican places in this town, and they're all shitty, most of them, but the reason we have so many Mexican places is because most people don't cook Mexican at home, or they don't cook good Mexican. So people are really craving Mexican food right now because that's something that generally most white people wouldn't make. And so some takeout Mexicans.
I got some takeout sushi the other day.
Yes, you did.
That was my birthday dinner.
Denny Crumb, go ahead.
Speaking of takeout, I finally tried the famous Popeye sandwich for the first time yesterday.
How was it?
It was really, really good. The spicy, I got an original and a spicy, and the spicy was a lot better than the original.
Was it crunchy?
It was.
Yeah.
All right.
Was it better than Chick-fil-A?
There's no way it could.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
What?
Really? All right.
Yeah. Because Popeye, you can eat Popeyes without feeling guilty too. So
why?
What?
Oh.
Why would you feel guilty for eating Chick-fil-A?
Because their whole political affiliation.
Okay, but listen.
But
let me raise my hand.
They changed
the gay the way stuff.
They actually officially changed that, and you can't taste the homophobia.
New recipe, no homophobia.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
By the way, Kyle.
Bigotry-free chicken sandwiches now.
Kyle Larson's new sponsor is Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God.
Have you guys seen the line for a Chick-fil-A? Have you driven by a Chick-fil-A lately?
'Cause it's so good.
Like, they're always busy anyways, but with
as
everything shut down.
As a gay person,
You should go on Sundays. There's no line.
as a gay person, though, it's like, God, it's so delicious, but they're so homophobic. What do I do?
No, bitch, I don't care. That's good ass chicken.
It tastes
People
so good.
lying. I do not even care. That chicken is too good. That chicken is delicious. That chicken makes me hate gay people. I don't care.
Chicken's so good, you'll become a Republican.
Okay, shit. It is that. How dare you? How dare you criticize Chick-fil-A in front of me?
What?
I am obese. I'm a person of size.
I got the diabetes.
No, I don't.
Go ahead, Colleen.
So am I the only basic white girl that doesn't like Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ashley doesn't care for it too much. Everyone else, like the kids love it. I love it. My Ashley doesn't really care for it too much.
I knew I loved Ashley.
Hey, Colleen, what is your opinion vis-a-vis pumpkin spice?
We're not having this conversation.
Why? I love it. Yeah.
Pumpkin,
Basic.
pumpkin.
Yeah, she's basic.
Basic ass house.
I was going to say something about the chicken, and I can't remember. Go ahead, Holly. What were you going to say?
Well, we were fine from the Rona until y'all went and started messing with God's chicken sandwich, okay?
Until Popeyes took the throne.
See, I don't like going to Popeyes because I go through the drive-thru and they've got that.
It takes 45 minutes to do.
Well, there's that, but plus they've got the "Don't Mug Me" window, where
yeah.
you put in your money and then they turn it so that like you never have a chance to have actual.
That's to protect you from the workers, though.
And that's how you not get coronavirus at Popeyes.
But they've had it forever and it's been shot.
Like they're way ahead of the curve.
There are bullet holes in that drive-through window.
It's funny, when I was there, I saw there was like an InfoWars sticker on there, and I'm like, this is just backwards.
Go ahead, Sugar.
I was just gonna say before the show started live, we were talking about which of us are into choking, and if you are, just go into the Popeyes drive-thru and order a biscuit without a drink.
I know. So true. Like, I don't understand. Even it doesn't matter if it's Popeyes, if it's KFC, it doesn't matter. The biscuits, even Cracker Barrel biscuits.
Church's biscuits. So I dare you to. I
don't know church, but biscuits have become so dry. It's like they have to be dripping in butter. I don't understand.
Yes!
Honey.
A hot buttered biscuit dripping in butter and honey, fresh out the oven, honey.
Whoa.
Yes.
We almost got Paula Dean there for a second.
She started coming out.
Go ahead, Colleen.
Dunny, is there even churches around here anymore?
The last one that I saw was
one
over
on
on Anthony Wayne Trail.
Oh yeah, no, that's gone.
That one's
Is it
gone.
gone?
There is one on Secor.
Oh, Secor, there's a churches.
Is
there's
the one
Popeyes.
on Reynolds still there?
I think there's one in the hood.
Is
Literally. I mean, I lived in the hood, and I think there was one there.
They have the best fried okra. Oh.
All right, go ahead, Tifu.
Ugh.
I was gonna say, if you guys are looking for a biscuit that is delicious and dripping in honey and won't leave you like you've just been biscuit boarded,
Yes.
Oh dear God! Why does this sound like a commercial for him?
So true.
go. There's a place called Crispy Crunchy Chicken that I've gotten from a few times
Over on
and their
Matzinger.
Biscuits are good.
Really?
Yeah, it's right over by Matzinger. Yeah,
Although look at Holly shaking her head.
But people think like I don't know.
No. People used to order that Sam's Crispy Crunchy Chicken to get delivered at Chrysler, and I'd go in there to pick it up, and I'm like, "You're eating this for real?" Like gas station fried chicken? No.
I'm telling you, their chicken is good.
It doesn't say Sam's in the name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's got a Subway on one side, then it's connected to the gas station in the middle.
Yep.
There's the chicken place on the other side.
Yep.
It's all
Y'all are experts in gas station chicken.
I'm telling you, it's fantastic. I will not lie to you about this.
All right,
And
Jake,
besides, Holly, any port in the storm.
go ahead, Jake.
Oh, dude, when I was on the road for those years, like I made a living off of eating gas station food. Like I can tell you where you can buy the best gas station food ever.
What about lot lizards? Where's the best place for that?
Go ahead, Donnie P.
It's in my parking lot.
Now, you can't get good chicken just anywhere, but a good piece of chicken can come from anywhere.
Apparently,
Chewy joke for the Disney fans.
Look at Nostradamus here.
It's funny because you guys were talking about Chick-fil-A. Well, we got to wrap this up, do something else. But the Chick-fil-A.
No, I want to talk about more food.
It's crazy how long the lines are, but yet how quickly they go through. I mean, they are a well-oiled, efficient machine. It doesn't matter how long it is. You're going to get through in a couple minutes. I mean, they just freaking throw you through. It's like if they were doing drive-through corona testing, it would be amazing.
The whole country would have been tested by now.
Done, over.
All 300 million people would have been tested by now if they took charge of.
And we would have had some nuggets.
Exactly.
You tested positive for corona. Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
Get some extra condiments. My pleasure.
Have you guys ever played the My Pleasure game?
What is that?
All the time.
That's no,
hold on.
No, not that. No, it's where you go to Chick-fil-A and you try to see how many times you can get them to say "my pleasure" in a single interaction.
Oh, don't mess with those sweet white people. These white kids. Oh my God, they're so polite.
My record's 5.
Polite. They are polite. Oh my God, that's so funny. All right,
It's like the meow game from Super Troopers.
all right, what else is going on? I want to talk real quick. Colleen, I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch it, but on Sunday they released the new Tiger King, the 8th episode of Tiger King. And
I started watching it last night.
Basically, they were
The
trying.
one hosted by Joel McHale.
Yeah, all they were really trying to do is bite off the success of the other ones, and I'm a Joel McHale fan, but it was terrible. I mean,
No, it was ungodly terrible.
it was.
Well, it was basically The Talking Dead, and that show's terrible.
It's
I
basically,
love Talking Dead.
but that's. I mean, it was kind of like that, I guess. I mean, I've never seen Talking
basic.
Dead. I've never seen
Basic.
Talking Dead, but it was bad, man. It was just uncomfortable. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny, nor was it just informative. It just was just there. They were obviously trying to just make
was
money.
filler.
Make money. Yeah, it was just filler. It was really bad. Go ahead, Holly.
It was a typical reality show reunion, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was, and I guess I just expected more. I don't know.
I missed it. Was that bitch Carol Baskins on?
No,
She was not actually.
They're talking about a season 2, but she will not be involved in anything Tiger King again. She's already made that very clear.
Is Andrew? Is this the one that that Netflix was doing, or is this the one
Yes.
that they just released at the TMZ stuff?
So we haven't watched the TMZ one. So Sunday night, the Netflix one came out with Joel McHale hosting it. Who's a you might remember Talk Soup or The Community. And then there was
Community
the
is a
one,
great show.
Yeah, the one that TMZ did was supposed to be like an expose. We've got it taped. We have not watched that one.
Yeah,
yet.
I started watching it last night on Hulu, and I watched like 10 minutes of it, but it was getting close to my bedtime, so I figured I needed to go to sleep.
Was it good? Was the one on TMZ?
The 10 minutes I watched, I liked, but
Okay.
like I said, I was starting to fall. It was like 7 a.m. and I was starting to fall asleep. So
Go ahead, Tiefel.
All right, so Jeff Lowe the other day did a ask me anything on Reddit,
Uh-huh.
and it turned into a giant roast.
Oh.
And these were the 3 top comments on there.
And real quick, for those who know, Jeff Lowe is now he's the guy that runs the and owns the zoo now, and basically took it from Joe Exotic. And Reddit is a board of just smartasses. It's a message board of smartasses.
it's the internet.
It's where nerds get their anime porn.
So
It is.
no, that's
One of the
4chan.
places.
So the top these are the top 3. Why does he dress like Hot Topic and Affliction had a baby with fetal alcohol syndrome? As a senior citizen, why do you dress yourself like an anthropomorphized can of Monster Energy?
And only on Reddit would you get anthropomorphized.
Yes, that's a
Here you
good
go.
one though.
Hey, Jeff, big fan. I'm just curious that in a show featuring a woman who fed her husband to tigers, a sociopathic abuser who tried to have her killed, and a ponytail with a tiger sex harem, and a murderous drug kingpin, how do you manage to come off as the biggest asshole?
That's a good one. Go ahead, Danny.
Well, and like all this is great, but I'm still wondering. It's been 3-4 weeks now, and still nobody is talking about Doc Antle and his sex cult. I talked about this like when we first talked about it on one of the first earlier shows, and no one is still talking about how this guy he's the white tiger version of R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Nobody can get over all the other BS to even make it there. Like, you gotta get through some murder and
So low on the list.
I
a
know.
gay cowboy Republican sex cult. I mean, come on.
Go ahead, Jake.
It's everything.
Well, so I don't know if you guys have seen you look at the pricing that Doc Antle does. It's usually almost $400 for a 3-hour tour at his place, but he also offers trips to Africa with multiple night stays for $11,000.
Oh, good.
So should we pitch in?
I mean, I'll go if you guys want to pitch in. I'll get my shots. I'll go.
All right, good.
I mean, if we all pull our stimulus money together, we can get close for one of us.
Colleen,
Yes.
Colleen, go ahead.
So I just want to say, if you guys are my coronavirus task force, I want a new team. Donnie, you've touched your face 8 times. Holly, you've touched your face 4 times. Denny, 3 times. Andrew once and Jake once. So Sugar and Chris, we can stick together.
I will say, in my defense, that I decide, like, when I'm at home, like, I'm not going to, I'm a face toucher. I just can't, I'm always touching myself, and the face is the last thing I'm going to stop doing.
Chill.
Hey, Colleen.
You're always touching yourself.
Go ahead, Jake.
No! Jake, no!
You have to,
no!
Go wash yourself again. Go ahead, Tiefel.
I don't know if I want to stick with you if you're going to be autistically checking my face touching.
Definitely 8 times. Definitely.
Team Andrew, baby. Team Andrew.
Go ahead, Holly.
I'm safe to touch my face. I've left the house 3 times in 8 weeks. I'm safe.
And 2 of them were to deliver alcohol to Colleen, which is
Oh my god. Holly, you're really high, aren't you?
I do not have a drinking problem. How dare you people?
Yeah, okay. Sure you don't. All right, so let's do this. I wanted to do one other quick thing real quick, and then we're going to take a quick break. And were you going to say something, Colleen, or what? Did you need something?
I mean, unless you're going to go to the garage and get me another White Claw.
All right, let's take a break. This portion of the show.
I'll be right back.
Brought to
That's my cue.
Brought to you by New Power Property Services. They do cleaning of your apartment, your rental property, your house, disinfecting as well, and your office as well. You know, people they want to go back to their office. They need to make sure that mess is disinfected, because there's always been some random dude running around the office, like Chris Tiefel, for instance. And so you got to make sure that you get that thing
everything.
Yeah, sanitized before you get your people back in the office.
Even the ink pens.
DMX Lawn and Landscape, they're the people that do our lawn. They're amazing. All right,
make me mow your lawn.
it's time for Mow Your Lawn up in here.
Up in here. Up in here.
All right, so we've got a special guest. She recorded a song for us, because I don't know, I love the live music, but it just, the audio was just, sometimes it was so hit or miss, unfortunately. So Abigail, who's an amazing local artist, recorded something for us. Yeah, she recorded something for us. Take a little break. We'll come back second half of the show. Hang on. Here is Abigail, everybody.
When your nights are long and your days are cold. you just call me. And I come running to you. Hey, hey, yeah, just pick up your telephone. I'm on my way home. You just call me. 'Cause I come running to you. 'Cause I come running to you. I come running to you.
Abigail. Did a great job there, recording that for us exclusively. Now go ahead, Jake.
Oh, good call on the trouble with the audio.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You try-
Oh, it
just
was
popped a
shaky
couple
from
times.
my
It's
point
no
of
big
view.
deal.
Be a smart,
But,
smart ass. I noticed that Sugar's screen froze on resting bitch face. It was so funny. Go ahead, Donnie.
That's just resting rest face.
Go ahead, Donnie P.
That was a great song. That was a great, like, a nice little road trip song when everyone else falls asleep, you know, and you're trying to fall asleep too. No, I mean, stay awake.
Or it's not,
No, but it really was very nice.
like this.
No, it was very powerful.
The other one is it's the end of the movie, okay? So she just killed her husband and took all the money, and she's driving out of town, and that song is playing, and then it rolls into the credits.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Colleen, keep that in mind.
I loved it.
He's giving you the whole soundtrack to his murder.
go ahead, Sugar.
No, I loved it. It was beautiful. It was soothing. But that girl likes her reverb.
Yes, yes. We got, yes. Holly, go ahead.
I need to make an important announcement,
Yes.
everybody. Mama Judy reached top fan status today.
Yes,
Hi, Mama.
Mama Judy, sandbagging on the side.
Wow.
Hi, Mama. I love you.
Jake,
Enjoy that badge.
Jake, what did your mom say to you today?
Oh, well, we were talking earlier today, and she was like, you know, because I haven't seen my parents in over a month and a half. And she said to me, she said, I love that I get to see your face every night, and it makes me feel like I'm close to you still.
Oh,
And that's why she loves the show, and that's why she loves all of us.
super
Aw.
sweet.
Aww.
Mama Judy's the best.
She
Why
is
are you
the
making me cry again?
I know, right?
First with that joke you told earlier, and
Hey, real quick,
I love you.
I want to do
I
it.
have to keep my face stern so I don't cry. You butt munch.
Butt munch.
I want to do a stimulus roundtable. Raise your hand if either your real hand or your virtual hand if you've gotten your check, and if you haven't, let's see who's gotten their check. Sugar's gotten her check. Denny, Holly. So Jake, you said you got yours. Oh, Jake's frozen. Jake got his. So Denny, Sugar, about half of us. Denny, Sugar, Jake, and Holly got theirs. Colleen, myself, Chris, and Donnie P did not get ours.
Yeah, but I don't need it because, you know, I have a job and a steady paycheck.
Shut up. Every
Rub it in, baby. Rub it in.
every day. Sugar Vermont, go ahead.
No, I was so excited when I got mine until I realized there's nothing you can do. I'm like, oh, I can't go to the movie. I can't go to a buffet. God damn it. Couldn't go to the casino and blow it all. Like, seriously, I had to go take myself to Whole Foods just so I could feel like I was fancy.
Go ahead, Denny Crow.
I did.
I said, like, Tiefel, like, that's fine because they're paying me $1,000 a week to sit at home, so I'm good with that.
Right? This is. I mean, we got to get ours. We're dying here.
You know, Andrew keeps making jokes about how myself and his mom are living off the government while he works all day, taking phone calls for
Yes.
the telemarketing company. I'm sorry, I worked all day too, making sure your fat face had food.
Whoa.
My fat. That's
Andrew-
nasty. We're on a
Andrew-
chill Thursday, girl.
I know. Go ahead.
If you could do it in your underwear, it's not a job. Sorry.
Disagree. I disagree. That's the epitome of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell that to half the girls on OnlyFans.
Right.
Go ahead, Jake.
Well, I was going to say, like, so I don't know if you know this, but like there was some today. They found out some glitches were in the checks that are coming out.
I did see that. Some people weren't getting theirs, or I watched this one video where they went to this check cashing place where they did their taxes, and like the dude, all the money went into his account, and they were so pissed. It was in the hood too, and these ladies were very pissed because now what happens is supposedly he's supposed to give it back to the government, and they're going to issue paper checks to these people. And it's going to take like another month, even though their money is in this dude's account. Dude, I was watching a video. It was from another city, but I was watching the news video. And these women were not happy. Go ahead, Jay.
But also, like all the actual physical checks got delayed because the asshole in chief needs to have his signature on every check.
I know.
Well, that's never happened before. Like,
yeah, not in the history has any president's signature appeared on an IRS check.
Well,
other than this asshole.
Okay, all right. The problem is there are people that like him. We got to be kind of nice. The problem is he didn't even put it in the signature spot. He put it in the memo spot. So that's just like it's not even. There wasn't even a purpose to it. That made it worse. To me, it would have been okay if he would have put it. If he'd at least signed it. But he didn't even sign it. Someone else did, and he put himself in the memo spot. Go ahead, Holly.
Well, he can't sign it. He's not authorized.
Well, then he shouldn't be on it at all. Holly, go ahead.
Well, and they said that there's been checks that have been issued to dead people. Like,
yeah.
You
Where's that medium? Get her back here.
Where is your check, sir?
You guys can't get yours. My mother-in-law hasn't gotten hers.
Yeah.
But dead people are getting theirs.
I wonder what the dead people are going to spend their stuff on.
It's all,
nice
Afterlife strippers.
It's all those voters in Chicago.
Okay, real quick. This portion of the show brought to you in part by Lufka All Naturals. They do the charcoal soap, handmade sanitizers as well in the Country Charm shop in Perrysburg, and also by Lip Sense. You want to talk about Lip Sense, Colleen?
I don't have to borrow my 13-year-old's makeup anymore, which I did for 2 days.
She got her shipment of Lip Sense.
Yes. So Julie dropped it off on our porch today, and I told her, I was like, listen, these are the colors I like. You pick them. She did a phenomenal job. And there's this balm. My lips feel like silk.
Nice. All right. Ooh. Denny, go ahead.
So are we going to talk about the possibility of Ohio opening up in 2 weeks?
Oh my God, we have to talk about it.
I've got on my list. We'll talk about that in a second. First, I've got a special guest on the phone. And now her name is Carrie Crosby on the screen. I'm guessing it's Marissa Merritt, though. Is this Marissa? Hello. What I do wrong?
She goes, "No, I'm Carrie Crosby, you asshole."
Make sure you're
Let's
not
test
muted.
this out. Let's test this out.
Hold on.
Carrie, are you there? I'm out of ideas.
Marissa, are you there?
Oh, connect
comes
the
audio.
Audio.
Hold on, connect audio. Oh, it's Abby.
So sorry about that.
Hi, it's okay.
Hi.
It's Abigail.
Can you see me?
Nope.
No, we can hear you.
We saw you for a second.
Connect with video.
Now we can hear you.
Unmute. There.
This is great radio.
What happened to her?
What happened was.
What happened was,
There's an iPhone connecting too.
I'm on now.
Is
there you go.
Who is this? Oh, is that Marissa?
Okay. Hi.
Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How is everybody?
Good.
How are you?
Now, Marissa Merritt, now think about it this way. Denny, you have kids. Donnie, you have kids.
How many kids?
Colleen and I have kids.
And me and Chris are hopeful.
Yes, you and Tiefel are hopefuls. But can you imagine your child getting sick during all this and thinking that they have the Rona for days? Well, that's what Marissa Merritt went through about a week ago, and we're talking to her on the phone. Hey, Marissa. So first of all, let's start off. What's your daughter's name, and is she okay?
Her name is Delasia, and yeah, she's a lot better. Still kind of coming around to the eating thing, but she is eating now. She is a lot better. She's back to her ordinary self. I'll say that much.
So when this,
How old?
How old is she?
She's two. She's two.
Oh
She'll
my God.
be 3 in November,
And
and
terrible
she's a twin,
twos, huh?
actually. twin brother.
So
Yeah, she has a twin brother.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so Marissa, take us back to when she started to get sick. What were her symptoms?
She had the high fever. She didn't want to be touched. When you touched her, she would wince like she was in pain.
Mm-hmm.
She had a high heart rate. I took her to St. V's on Sunday. They just kind of, brushed it off as a little fever, gave her some Tylenol and sent her home. I woke up Monday. She was kind of whiny, real whiny. I went to work. I came home still feverish. Her granny, her name is Gail Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
She rubbed her down in alcohol, 91% alcohol, and that brought her fever down for a couple of hours. Tylenol. And now when she woke up Tuesday, that was the worst I had seen her as of yet.
Oh God! So Tuesday is in
screaming.
Tuesday is in 2 days ago, correct?
Tuesday of last 2 weeks.
Last
ago.
week.
2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago.
Because
Okay.
we were just released from our quarantine yesterday.
Okay.
I went back to work yesterday.
Okay. So do you know for sure if she had it?
They did not test her because of her age, but they did deem her symptomatic, and they did have us in the COVID ward at St. Lee's, which is very scary.
Oh my God.
They were going to put her in the hallway. When we first got there, they were going to put her in the hallway, and down an empty hallway. They were just going to put her in an empty hallway, and she didn't want to be touched. Now, when they took her fever, they took her temperature under her armpit, which isn't accurate. If you're a parent, that's not accurate. You got to add 2 or 3 more degrees to that.
Right.
She was 101.6.
Oh my God.
So you want to say about 104, maybe almost 105. Her heart rate was 180.
Oh my God.
Yeah, her heart rate was 180.
That's beats per minute, right?
There was no throwing up. She hadn't had a wet diaper in over 48 hours. I couldn't get her to drink. I couldn't get her to eat. I even turned on Baby Shark for her. And if you know kids and Baby Shark, Baby Shark's a big thing with the kids.
That didn't even bring her around.
She wouldn't even move for that. So it was a long week. I will say that. Lots of sits baths to bring the fever down. Some days for hours, she would just lay there like she was literally, I'm just going to say it, like she was dead.
Oh my God.
That's how bad it was.
Marissa,
you couldn't touch her.
First of all, Marissa, how scared were you as a parent? And then on the top of that, to take her to a hospital and the hospital give her nothing and just send her home, and now you're having to deal with this child who at times, was acting like she's dead. Oh my God, I can't even imagine, and especially with the news and everything going around, it's all going through your head. Take us through your psyche while this is going on.
They made me and her father put on a mask. They let him back. They took our temperature. It was scary, they pulled the curtain, and then they pulled the glass door, and then they pulled the curtain, and then you have doctors and you have nurses, and they're staring at you through this glass door, but you can't hear what they're saying, and you can't see what they're saying because their mouths are covered. So Lord knows what they're saying. But when they're looking at you, and people are scared of you.
Wow.
Scared. They were scared to touch my daughter.
Just the frontline workers, especially in the hospitals, are and
I don't blame them. I don't blame them for being scared. It's very scary. Sure. Like there was a girl that Monday that before we had went to the hospital the last time, a girl had called, and I cannot say where I work, but she had called and said she had tested positive for the virus.
Oh, Jesus. Real quick.
We weren't allowed to talk about it. We weren't allowed to talk to her. It was very hush-hush. I feel as if it was kind of swept under the rug to say that, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Because I can't say too much.
Right. Sugar Vermont, go ahead with your comment.
There are several things about this that piss me off. But the first one, how in the world... There's something going on that they wouldn't give that child with such severe symptoms a test, even if she is 2 and not in the target group. Why in the world would they not?
I believe they said they didn't test her because they were going to just send us home. And then the x-ray machine, like the one that is a traveling one, I don't know what you call it, a mobile x-ray machine, I guess. They were like, well, you know what? We actually have the x-ray machine right here. Let's bring it in here and give it to her. And they said her lungs were clear. So that's another reason they decided not to test her. But I had told them, you know, I might have been exposed, but if I'm still going to go to work, this isn't going to work. I work with the general public. Like I see millions of people a day almost, you know, I see tons of people. And
Tifo, go ahead with your question.
I was just curious more about the alcohol bath you described. Like, is that just like rubbing alcohol or like...
rubbing alcohol? The
was it straight bourbon?
No, rubbing alcohol. God, straight bourbon. Not my cup of tea.
I'm being dead serious. It's a treatment I've never heard of before for a fever.
I agree.
Yes, you know, she's mixed, so her granny is black, and this is something she believes in to the day she's gonna die, and it literally worked. She rubbed her face in it and her neck.
Grannies always have
in her bath water, and her temperature was down in less than 15 minutes and gone for a couple of hours. But when it would come back, like it didn't play. It came back and it shot right back up.
Yeah, because my stepfather would just throw me in the pool.
Go ahead, Donnie P.
So that's actually an older treatment for high fever. What alcohol evaporates faster than water, so it pulls the heat off of your skin a lot faster than if you would just to sit in like a cool bath. And you don't want to put a small child in like an ice bath because that's too cold. So it's like a safer way to drop the fever quickly.
I had never heard that. Go ahead, Holly.
Mama Judy says, "Yep, alcohol works." And at that point, when your kid's been sick for so long and nothing else is working, I'm sure you'll try anything within reason.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. You know,
I figure. Go ahead, Marissa.
I didn't want to go back to the hospital because that was scary enough. Like, she was definitely scared. You know, they come in with the full face mask or the mask over their face and some goggles on, and they're just trying to help.
I know, but I can't imagine a 2-year-old having to deal with that. Go ahead, Jake.
So 2 things. Mama Judy was a nurse for her entire career.
Oh, wow.
So Mama Judy knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And second, my question is, so did you get tested since you had a kid that had it, and how do they know that you don't have it?
No, they didn't test me, but what was crazy is like a week and a half before this happened to her, I had lost my taste of smell, or I'd lost my taste.
That's one of the symptoms.
Smell.
Yeah.
And then a week before that, I had caught a bad case of pink eye. Like, I was off of work for a week and a half from this pink eye, and after it had healed, I had started seeing that pink eye was a symptom of the COVID. And it was a weird pink eye. It was like I could just like peel layers off my eye. And my eyelid, like seriously, it looked like someone punched me in my eye. Like,
oh my God,
well, you're not supposed to touch your face.
Jesus.
Right.
I don't understand with all of these symptoms between you and her.
Yeah.
There's something going on that they're not giving you a test. I don't know what it is, but it's not.
We don't have enough.
We're gonna look back on this.
Crazy.
And that's what it is. They don't have enough. And you know, I've done my research since this has all happened to her. If you're basically not on a vent or needing a vent or any kind of oxygen, they're not going to test you.
Danny, go ahead.
Well, you know, the I didn't even know the losing of the senses was a symptom until like you know, DJ Jazzy Jeff, I told you yesterday, he just announced that he had it, and he said his wife had, like, you know, she didn't get a test where she was confirmed, but she had lost a couple of her senses, like smell or taste or something like that. And I'm like, that I'd never heard of that, and that's such a strange symptom to have.
Donnie P, go ahead.
So, like, this is for like Sugar or anyone that might be upset, like, that they didn't administer the test. Well, so when you have the symptoms and you're in the hospital, then they don't treat you any differently. They still give you all the same treatments because they're actually treating like the symptoms of COVID. So it's more of a saving it for verification, like you mentioned, if someone's a lot sicker. So they don't give you any less care or any less any less hospital treatment if they don't test you.
Right, but I would also think they're asking so much about data, and data is what's going to drive everything.
Yeah.
But you're missing data if you're not testing people, who you assume have it.
And that's
a huge chunk of data.
That's going to be, when we look back on all this, that is going to be one of the big failures that we've seen. And the problem is, it makes it even. It puts more of a spotlight on it, because when you watch those daily press conferences with the president, he says about how wonderful everything's going. And a month ago, there's going to be drive-through testing at Target and Walmart, and none of this is. It's just none of it is true. So that's really the thing. If all he has, we don't hold him accountable. Like, we don't blame him for the corona. If he would just say, "Man, we're doing the best we can. It hit us, and we're trying to do the testing," but to go up there and just paint this rosy picture every day when the average person isn't seeing it, it's going to be super frustrating, and it's going to come back on him, I think. Go ahead, Danny, real quick.
That's one of the things that scares me about us not being able to get the complete data about it is, we're going to talk about it here soon, is we're going to be opening up here in a couple weeks. They're going to try to anyways, and we don't know. We still don't know how many people have it who have had it. And so our data is incomplete.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
Well, I'm more scared that he's trying to run this shit like it's a king, when he was like, "No, it's all up to me." When he's not listening.
I take no responsibility when the bad stuff happens.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's finish up with Marissa. So you said now your 2-year-old daughter, almost 2, she's getting better.
No, she is 2. She's almost 3. She'll be 3.
So she is getting better. But even at that age, though, she can talk. I mean, I that would just break my heart. I mean, as a mom, that just has to break your heart to see her go through this, and for such a long amount of time.
Yeah, it was really hard. I'm very thankful for my boyfriend's mom. When we called her and told her we were in the COVID ward at the hospital, she literally washed every single piece of clothing in my house, every single piece of bedding, put it all away for me, helped me wash the house down. It's been a lot of, sanitizing. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Please wash the skin off your hands. Just keep washing. A lot of bleach. And it's been hectic. If I have to step out to Walmart or something, I'm freaked out. Like, stay back. Like, whoa, don't come near me.
Yeah.
And then going back to work, I'm really not too comfortable going back to work, but I don't have a choice right now. My kids are out of school. They don't want their schoolwork back right now with everything going on.
But let me ask you a question,
my
Marissa.
landlord wants me to.
But let me ask you.
I'm sorry.
Let me ask you a question. There's supposed to be, and I know that the other frustration is that so many things have been announced and haven't been followed through with. But one of the things is, if you've got a family member that's got COVID, you're automatically supposed to be eligible for unemployment. Have you talked to anyone about that?
At first they tried to tell me that I wouldn't be eligible, and I had to show them this is 14 days. They're like, you need a doctor's note before we can give you your hours owed. But even then,
confirmed case.
That's what I'm saying. You can't you can't get a test.
It has to be. It would have to be you're symptomatic. You're symptomatic. You or someone you live with is symptomatic, or you're caring for somebody who is symptomatic or test positive. So I had to jump through the ringer for that. Mm-hmm. And then if you want to continue it, my company is only paying me 2/3 after the 2 weeks is up. After the 2 weeks is up, they'll only give me 2/3 of my pay of what I'm being paid now, and that's only 24 hours a week. So what's 2/3 of 24?
Right.
Nothing.
You can't live off that. Oh,
I can't live off that. I can't pay my bills. I have 4 kids. I have a 9-year-old, I have a 5-year-old, and I have the 2 twins who are 2. They're very needy children. They need. They're growing,
Yeah.
3 girls. I go through toilet paper like nobody's business.
So do I, and I live alone. I don't understand that.
So, yeah, the fight for toilet paper is real. We thought we caught a deal at this corner store by our house, and there was 45 double rolls, and it said each roll was to last a week. I was like, yeah, I won. I'm great. I take the toilet paper home and it's one ply toilet paper.
What? Fell for some fake news, girl.
Yes, fake news. Go ahead. Go ahead, Colleen.
So Andrew and I
Wah, wah, wah.
Andrew and I have 5 daughters. So we feel your pain.
Yeah, we hear you.
But Aldi toilet paper, the big pack, that stuff.
We love Aldi.
It lasts.
We love Aldi.
Even with all the kids here, it lasts like a month.
Yeah. All right. Well, Marissa, we're praying for you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know it's been a rough couple weeks for you, and praying for you to have to go back. And I wish that they would do something to where they take care of that. But again, it's such a catch-22. We can't test you, but we're going to let you off if someone in your family or you have have corona. But we don't know if you've got it, so we're not.
That's ridiculous.
I know. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Donna. I appreciate it, and stay safe. Okay. Thank you, Marissa.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. Thanks for talking to us. Bye-bye. Wow. That's crazy. And going off that, as we wrap up, we talked about it. We're going, the world is going back to normal, in 2 weeks?
So they're going to try.
2 weeks. They're going to try.
No, fake news.
Some of them are going to try to go back tomorrow, is what the president, as early as tomorrow, the president said that the state's going to start opening up. It's up to the governor. Our governor has held it on till May 14th, and then we'll see after that. Go ahead, Sugar. What were you going to say?
Well, first of all, you just gave me news. So he did say he's holding off till May 14th, and then looking at it.
I think am I wrong?
I thought it was May 1st.
I thought it was May 1st.
May 1st.
Is it May
Okay.
1st for DeWine? You do the wine with DeWine. Holly, is it May 1st?
Yeah, he said May 1.
What's going to happen on May 1?
We're going to slowly start to roll out and opening things up. But today in the president's press conference, he said before people start going phase to phase, he wants 2 weeks where there have been no increases in cases.
Before you can, okay, yeah.
Good luck at that.
You have to be on the downside. Go ahead, Denny.
Well, I mean, one of the things that that worries me about DeWine, and he's done a good job up until now, so he has some faith. I have some faith in him for right now, but I'm hoping that he's listening still to the medical professionals when he's saying let's start opening back up May 1st instead of listening to the president, because I trust the medical professionals. If they feel like we can start getting back to work, all right, hell yeah, let's get it on.
Dr. Acton's done a great job for
Acton, Fauci, all of them. But if he's listening, if he's getting pressure from Trump and all the other crazies that want to risk our lives for the economy, then he's going to burn up all his equity with me.
Hey guys, I can't carry the economy on my back. Get back to work.
Every time.
Yes, you
Start
can,
contributing.
Go ahead, Donnie.
Chris, I've seen your back. You definitely can. But so, just a quick touch on the 3 phases. So, May 1st, it's not going to be, balls to the wall. It's going to be a little bit at a time. I think they said maybe. I'm not sure if restaurants and bars were in the first phase.
I think they're in the second phase.
Phase 2 with more people spread apart and proper precautions, and then I think phase 3 was they were allowed to have even more people, and then I think there was a 4th phase where it's just kind of all the way back.
They said our new normal, but the 4th phase they haven't even put any parameters in yet. They haven't even added. There's gonna be a 4th phase. They haven't even put it together yet because you got to get through those first 3. Go ahead, Jake.
That's when they build the water park.
Go ahead, Jake.
Well, it sounds like when they reopen restaurants, they're going to be 1/4 to 3/4 of their capacity.
Right.
So if you have a dining room that can hold 200. You're going to get 1/4 of that to 3/4 of that, depending on what they say.
All right.
Go ahead, Holly.
Because I watch DeWine every day.
I know
I have
wine
every day. But recently, he's starting to sound more Trump sheepish, if that makes sense. He's starting to change his tone to emulate. Oh, we're doing good. Well, the numbers aren't agreeing with that.
Right. Well, and then just 2 weeks ago, before he was getting this pressure this pressure from the president, he was saying we weren't going to hit peak until the end of May.
Right.
So So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Go ahead, Jake, real quick.
Well, I do have a buddy who works for a crematorium.
Okay.
Yeah, he burns bodies for a living.
There you go,
And
Colleen.
And he was saying, like, dude, it's not as clear cut as you think it is. He's like, we're getting bodies every day. And he was like, I gotta get governmental permission to burn these bodies. And you know, it's not like you think it is. It's not like what they're reporting. It's not like anyone's saying.
Go ahead, Colleen.
You got my conspiracy brain going now. I'm gonna look into this.
Go
I
ahead,
got stuff to look into.
So I decided that I was not going to be called gothic anymore, and that I was going to put pretty colors on. And then Donnie comes and crashes my party.
What did I do?
Because you're wearing blue too.
Oh, this is Vortex, baby. Kings Island.
Kings Island, the Vortex.
We gotta keep the dream alive.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, for Colleen Z, Jake Dickey, Chris Tiefel, Danny Crumb.
Birthday boy!
Birthday boy!
Happy birthday, bud.
Sugar,
You wouldn't know how to give spankings virtually?
Oh, I do.
Sugar does.
I can do that.
Sugar is the
Sugar
master of the
Vermont,
spankings.
Donnie P, producer Holly. Tiefel, can you do that tomorrow? Is it worth tomorrow?
I don't know. We can try.
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow.
Poor Tiefel. He was
Spankings?
He was gonna do a Tiefel tirade, and we lost track of time. I'm sorry.
Talk about Chick-fil-A.
I know, right?
I can do a half hour on the Chick-fil-A.